Yeah, I've got that ready. Next couple of weeks should be covered. Cocktail would do really well though. Well, I know it wasn't as consistent as when Bad was doing it, but it can't be that bad.
Who said I was? Who said I
You
was?
act like it.
You're
You
putting words in
fucking
my
act
fucking
like
mouth.
it. You sat there and
I'm
said,
acting like
This is better than Turd Island. This is me Island. Flatley Island. Fuck Turd Island. All my homies hate Turd Island. You Spurgs are fucking boring, bro. Every single one of you goddamn Spurgs be putting me to sleep lately. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I gotta find some real murderous motherfuckers out here. Just you wait. I got some Instagram fucking shit show. Fuck Turd Island. All my homies hate Turd Island. Fuck Turd Island, bro. We better than that. I'm saying, bro, fuck Turd Island, bro. We ain't going back. We ain't going back. We only going forward.
I'm gonna have to get drunk for this one, aren't I? So I think today kind of calls for a classic approach, both in content and in cocktail. So without further ado, the Moscow Mule. As you've seen here, I've got like 2 ice cubes in here. I've already got like 1 lemon squeezed in there too, because I always end up with like lemon juice in my eye. So I did that off camera. Sucks to be you. Just vodka and some ginger beer. Now this is actually an Australian brand. I really personally preference it because it really is, like, in terms of taste, in a league of its own. It's actually made out of fresh ginger. But first off, we're gonna add the alcohol to the glass. So about 45 milliliters, or this amount in American. Add it to the mix. And just add some ginger beer. Now if you really want to make it look classy, you'll add like a slice of lemon on the top, and maybe mint, like 2 leaves of it. But my mint tree kind of died, so I need to get a new one before I can show you guys. Now, cheers. That really is good. Now, before we get started, hi Flatley. Knowing you as the little content goblin that you are, you're probably already looking at this, maybe on a live stream, or responding to this in a different way. I also intend to give you kind of a heads up before this actually drops, just so you know from what kind of angle I'm coming from. Most of this is just honest feedback and just a little bit of poking fun and making it like shits and giggles. And since I know you're a man, you'll take it for what it is, just that. I don't mean to I don't want to offend anybody personally, or for instance you or AWT. I just kind of want to give you some direct feedback in the moments where you might not actually hear it from anybody outside. So it's all in good natured fun and in the name of content, obviously, and I don't think you would ever object against something becoming content. And finally, just a general disclaimer. These are just my opinions, just that, my opinions. They shouldn't be leading in anything. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to give you an outsider's perspective on somebody who's really enjoyed Turd Island through through its existence, both under Badwick as well as under you. Even if your personal style doesn't always mix as well with what I prefer in my content, but that's just personal thing. So I'm not going to try and include that, and if I do end up including it, I'll include it like very specifically, as in this is more my personal thing or my personal standard over actual direct critique on what I think you should do better. Just straight up better. So without further ado, as we say in Dutch, laat de verbale diarree beginnen, or let the verbal diarrhea begin. Ready to go. So, let me start quite easily, and I think the most common one you might have already heard. Same shit, different day. Let me re-stress that I get that you're giving Turd Island your own spin, but let's play a little game, shall we? Tell me which of these segments come from Turd Island. I'll show you 3.
Shorts. Oh Jesus. Let's be honest. No one cares about you. Just your dog. I care about his dog. I like his dog. And I should care why? Stream a dog walking gets more views than the same 100 views shared.
You think that they can fucking tell me
Because
now?
I take offense to it, you fucking idiots.
Why do you fucking care? You're
Because I actually care about them.
Yo, and your fucking nose is huge, bro.
Okay.
Dude.
Why are we bullying?
Dude, holy
Why are
shit.
we bullying?
So, Flatley, me to you, can you actually explain to me what the difference is between a Flatley talking stream, a Turd Island, or an AWT? Because I'll be honest with you, I can't really explain or at some points tell the difference if somebody would ask me. And as some of you, or actually probably most of you know, Turd Island felt more as a standalone thing when Badwig was doing it, even if it was like within the Badwig multiverse. To me, and this is a bit of an overdramatic like kind of way to put it, but to me Turd Island always and Bloodsports by extension always kind of feels like 2 people, most of the time 2 people, entering the arena and the clamor of the audience going wild as they see the confrontation happening between like 2 people in front of their eyes. You know, the audience decides the winner by people actually getting a chance to defend themselves on a platform that felt even killed and wasn't entertaining at the same time. Because let's be honest, let's not over sugarcoat this. This was basically the verbal equivalent of 2 people running towards each other while wildly flailing their arms at each other, then crashing into each other, falling over, getting back up to just do it all fucking over again. The most important thing though is it's supposed to be fun and a spectacle, and you can't do that if you keep using the same people for each of your shows, because you get the same kinds of dynamics, and that way nobody really there's no common rapport except for the AWT one, for lack of a better term. So if you have the exact same people in the exact same composition, you'll have the exact same conversations, the exact same inside jokes. You'll have the idea that people will get dogpiled quicker, if that's the case. But I'll get back on that one later. And one other thing, don't be afraid to go fucking ham. You know, play it up, build up towards it on Twitter, teasers, little things like stir up shit. If you don't have content, you become the content, and Badwig just kinda always did that quite perfectly. Flatley, when it comes to Turd Island, I think you only need like 2 more co-hosts at most. I'd even contemplate doing one, and you need those 2 people to balance you out a little bit and keep you on track. When you inevitably do get distracted, again, either to mute this whole fucking call you're in, cucking us out of the content while you have like a little innuendo with just us while we're here trying to listen to the conversation, or you just get distracted altogether and start listening to music. Now, to be fair, you're not the only one that gets distracted sometimes while he's doing a live stream. Alright. So let's make this coherent. A little bit more. Flatley, pay attention. This is important. This is the part you need to keep stored in your mind. 2 co-hosts at most. If I would like suggest anybody within your current circle, it would probably be Joe, because he has no problem calling you out on like your more ethical choices sometimes, which is good because you need somebody who deflates you from your bullshit sometimes. And I'd probably do Ant as well, because he is the more organized amongst you guys. So if you need any further evidence, just look at this. Now what's actually kind of funny is this one was pretty easy to find, because this was a Flatley talking stream of all things. Oh, that fucking reminds me. Can you stop member onlying your stream? Like, I get gifted them all the time, so it's not a personal problem for me. But maybe first upload a cut and then private like the full fucking stream. There are so fucking many lost streams out there. And of actual funny shit too that happen on Turd Island. Like, you have funny segments in there, but nobody's gonna see them because you instantly throw them on members only. And you kind of need like a backlog to build up that like brand, the funny moments, the funny interactions, the reason people will like tune in every fucking week. And like I said, even if you just like supercut the main part of the thing and then upload that one and then private the other one, that's fine. I mean, that way you have the extra added incentive of people becoming members, so you actually have a difference between what you normally upload and the full extended edit of it. It would also kind of help you with the slurs, if you know what I mean. You can cut those out if you edit them afterwards. You know the one with the hard ER at the end. Oh, and this is maybe getting a bit ahead of myself too, but for the love of fucking God, can you not do a pre-show? Like, an after show is fine, but you've experienced this yourself. Like, everybody shoot their shot, like everybody loosened their load in like the first pre-show, and then you had nothing for your Turd Island. I mean, I'd just do an after show only, and I'd do it on YouTube too, so you can actually raid into them. I mean, these are like 2 basic brain cells for me that are functioning next to each other. Well, I'll point them out for you. Now the next part is just for you and me, Flatley, and the rest of you can like mute for 10 seconds or skip ahead 10 seconds. Alright? Okay, so now that they're gone, Flatley, you can tell me, do you work with a docket? Because I don't think so. You can tell me I have ADHD too, so I know. But some things you just kinda gotta plan out a little bit. I mean, I hate fucking scripts, but every word I've spoken up till now has been literally already like pre-typed by me. Like, even to the little words used. No, well, not like, I like a lot. But other than that, like, even the jokes, everything, it's all script, man. You gotta work with a docket. Work with a fucking docket, bro. So welcome back, everyone. Flatley and I just had a little discussion about the behind the scenes process of some of these things. I can't really share them with you guys though, because as you know, the secret's kind of in the sauce. So you gotta take my apologies for that one. Anyway, moving on. Last bit. These are like the more my personal kind of pet grievances, like with little incidents. But I'm still gonna mention them. The biggest one for me personally was like following a caller that was like part of the discussion for the night, like content basically, following them into another person's Discord, and then join a room full of people, don't necessarily tell them you're live until you're like at least like 2 minutes in, while hammering away at like a person with the same amount of questions that actually just didn't want to talk to you anymore. And at that point, I'm like, just stay in your own stream, make content out of the fact that he ran. Don't run after it, because you're also taking us away with like the conversation that the other people were having. And if Doug runs, he runs. If anybody else runs, you make fun of them as they run. You don't chase after them, laughing or trying to make more out of it. Because at that point, it just becomes like kind of mean, a bit petty too. Secondly, I personally would stay more neutral on the whole, unless I am the content for that week. As a host, I don't think that you should pick a side so openly. I think you should take more of a moderating role, like let everybody speak. Don't show that favoritism towards your boys, as you put it. And that'll be helped if you like scale down on the amount of like co-hosts as well. So I don't like that is actually quite easily solvable. You just let them talk, let them hang themselves with their own rope, you know, and moderate. And if you feel like it stagnates, then you can ask like questions and try to make them as neutral as possible. Because like if you don't, people will just feel like you're like basically ganging up, dogpiling on like the call-in, and I wouldn't call into the fucking lines then. I mean, I did Bad Week's Turd Island, but I'll be honest with you, I'd be hard pressed to call into yours if I was like squaring off with any of the AWT people, because I wouldn't feel like I'd get my fair shake necessarily. Well, maybe me personally, because you anyway, detail. You know what I'm trying to say. Neutral, more neutral, and let them talk more, and open questions, all those kind of things. Lastly, and this is more like of a technical nature, I don't think I'd let so many people have like the ability to mute and unmute in your live room. Maybe you and your co-hosts, but not like 8 people that don't necessarily even have to be in the fucking call to mute people that are on a live stream. Because I get that to you guys it just feels funny in the moment, but for like the audience it just feels like you're cucking us out of content for no fucking reason other than the guys that you it feels like very much kindergarten humor, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, those were like my more personal pet grievances. And I think that about covers the broad strokes. Like I said, I debated for a while on making this cocktail. I don't have the personality that you have, Flatley. I do still think that you are really cut out for this. I think you've got potential, and you're just a little bit fine-tuning a way of making something really great out of it. And if you can't take any of this in stride, at least look at it like this. At least I gave you some content. I hope you do a Turd Island on it. Now, before I forget, finishing off, everybody, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A special thanks to Purple Paw Print for banner art, thumbnail, the snazzy intro and outro that you're about to see, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh right, I really sparred for a long time in a conversation with Bat.
Hey man, how are you doing?